This is Adam with Tied to Nature. For those that don't get out, can't get out, or can never get enough. So, starting at a different place today, location number 1, because it was so good last night. And it is 7:20, not even 7:20, it's 7:10. I got a great gray owl calling already. I came out early because I wanted to hike in, try to for the saw-whet. I was giving it a little bit, so I was just sitting here. And had a great call. So I'm going to go over and drive closer to the direction it's coming from. It's across the road from me right now. A couple things I wanted to mention. I stuck out a recorder last night. No go, nothing. Only lasted 3 hours and didn't get any sounds on it except for creaking trees, and I'm not sure what it was. So I have it with me. I've been looking and reading up on it some to try to make it last longer, because the batteries didn't die, but it only lasted for 3 hours. I think it was the cold that got to it. And the other thing that I wanted to mention is a great resource, what I've been using a lot. So North American Owls, second edition, Biology, Natural Behavior. I'm looking up anything, calls, territory, trees. I mean, this book has it, so I've been using that a lot. And the other one I'm using, especially for sounds, is, I'm going to get this wrong, it's like North American Birds Online. It's a subscription. I think I pay $5 a month or something for it. And I use that a lot as a resource. I'm going to quit talking and see if I can find this great gray wide. Still, I mean, 7:10, I got 2 hours of light almost. So right now I'm exploring this area looking for cavities. This is actually, so last night when I heard the saw-whet owl calling, it was in this general area. I'm hoping to pinpoint that tonight. So I'm just kind of wandering, looking for cavities. Right off I found 2 nice ones and a dead tree. I just went through this little aspen grove behind me. And I think that's everybody's dream, is to find a nesting owl in a aspen forest. I'm going to walk over here and I want to point out something else. Something that I would consider for a great gray to nest on. I noticed the other day that I can't walk and record at the same time, otherwise you just get the crunching of the snow. So I'll walk over there, then turn this back on. Now this one might not be as ideal looking at it up close as when I was looking back, but right here, got this dead tree that's broken off. Great gray owls will just build their nest right on the top of that broken off a tree. So great area in here. I'd love to find an owl, because you have all these trees that have this great moss on it, like these here, and just a really neat environment in here. Very different from where I was at before that I've had the boreal owls calling. Much bigger trees in here. It's been forested recently, and so it is thinner. But keep on looking. Still got plenty of time, plenty of daylight. Okay, it's 8:30. So I've been out here for a little while. I've walked around, did a big circle around this area. Only found the one tree, 2 cavities in that tree. And so right now it's just a waiting game. It's almost sunset. Right where I'm at now, I actually have cell phone coverage. It's nice. I'm actually not too far from the road here. The road's just that way. I parked over that way. So I'm okay being out here after dark. I got a flashlight with me. I'm not too far out. But I'm just hoping this thing calls before 9:30. I'm going to probably have a late night. I want to go out later tonight and see if that makes a difference on the calls. I got my recorder again with me. I'll probably just leave it right here. It's kind of open. What I did today is I actually brought a couple of hand warmers with me that I'm going to rubber band to it to hopefully keep it warmer, to keep it going longer. So I was mentioning a reference earlier. I was just looking at it. It's Birds of the World, and it is by the Cornell Lab of Ornithology. So I was reading about that, about some vocalizations of these owls, trying to determine a couple. I heard the one call that was consistent yesterday was the toot calls, what they call it, just toot, 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 kind of over and over. And it lasted for about a minute at a time, just probably less than that. But there was one call that was a little different, was short, and I took notes. I can't remember, it started high or started low and escalated quickly and stopped. So I was curious as to what that call meant. Problem is I run you to listen to it, which I'm not doing right now, is I don't want to do anything to change the behavior of these owls. So I'm not calling any owls at all while I'm out here. I want to learn and figure out what they're doing without manipulating their behavior. And I hang out here a little bit longer and see if this thing starts calling soon. So one damper about this right now. I don't know if you can hear that. Oh good, they just turned it off. So snowmobilers just got back to that same parking lot that I was using. Well, they've been back for a little bit and they had the music going really good, making it hard to hear anything. No, they got it going again. So if they stay here, 5-10 minutes and they're still around, I'm going to take off and not wait around for them to turn that music off. That's really going to, I think, put a damper on me listening here tonight. So I'm driving out to location 6 and just had a fox in the road. Then I had a porcupine right off to the side of the road. I passed him and went to back up. I think he's already gone. You always think that those guys are slow, but they can move pretty fast. Well, so much for that. I was going to try to get a little clip of them. Location 1 had that great gray that started at like 7:10 or something when I left at 9. I think I left about 9:30. It's like 9:45, 9:50 now. And a single great horned. Stopped at location 2 for a couple minutes. Had just one great horn calling there. That's the only places I've stopped. Go see if there's anything going on here at location 6. Okay, I'm at location 6 and just barely got here. It is 9:46 and the same single call that I was hearing yesterday is going again. So I'll stick this out and see if I can catch sound, because yesterday I messed that up. Porcupine is back. Recording me instead of the porcupine. Okay, it's 10:45, back at location number 1. Just looking. Location 5, nothing. Location 4, about 10:15, I did have a boreal owl. Back at location 1, have a saw-whet calling again. A little different location, so I don't know if my audio recorder that I have out is going to pick it up. Also, the boreal owl is calling again. I want to say there's going to be 2 in this location, because yesterday the one that I heard was coming across the road from the east. This one that I heard now is probably the same one that I heard earlier this year, kind of, there's this road that goes up. It's just a snowmobile trail right now. It's coming from that direction. Again, it's kind of hard to hear because this saw-whet is just so consistent, and it's kind of overpowering the boreal owl. Good evening. Time to go home and try to make it out tomorrow.